All right, so we are back interviewing our POW conference presenters. One of my longtime favorite innovators in the industry is up next. I've watched Uriah uh, build solutions to pain points for 5 to 10 years now. So, Uriah, before we get into your topic, tell us who you are, where you are, what you've done that's led to this current iteration. Give
Yes.
us the lowdown.
Thank you so much. Uriah Guilford, licensed marriage and family therapist in the great state of California. And I'm now a retired therapist for about 5 years and a group practice owner for 10 years and about to be retired group practice owner.
Woo woo.
Yes. And then about going on 9 years ago, I created Productive Therapist to solve my own problem for part-time admin support, specifically for the intake process. So I've been running that for 9 years and it's been super fun. Get to use my creativity, love of technology, love of marketing, and
Yeah.
just my passion is to help therapists have a better life and a better business. And that's kind of how it all comes together for me.
Well, I'll tell you on the coaching side of things, consulting side, the big KPI, right? We're an industry that's obsessed with KPIs, but the big KPI that actually matters right now to me is the two: cost per acquisition. How do we get our labor costs down on
Right.
bringing a new client in-house? And admin cost per session in general. Like how do that's the one thing we can control without cutting clinician pay. So tell me about your topic. Your topic is how to never miss a client, the AI receptionist solution for group practices. This is the hot topic, right? I hear people talking about Weave and I hear people trying to build their own thing. And
Yeah. Yeah.
tell me what you're going to be talking about in this and even kind of solutions
Yes.
that you guys have built out.
So this is kind of the culmination of kind of, I want to say my life's work, but like I've been for a long time trying to figure out how to increase the response time to new potential clients. Forever and a day, people need therapy. They reach out, and it takes so long for therapists to get back to them. So they slip through the cracks, right? And these are people who have legitimate mental health needs, and there's good therapists out there that need clients,
Mm,
and it's just been hard to connect the two faster. So that's kind of what this is all about, how to never miss a client. And I'll give away the sort of the end result is that my thesis is the best combination is an amazing human team with amazing AI tools.
mm,
So using AI for the speed to lead, if you will,
okay.
which makes a huge difference, especially as things get more competitive in this landscape.
Mm.
And then the humans for that personal touch and for the matching to the therapist and just the kind of the personal touch.
How, how much can, I mean, that's one of the things I think everybody's interested in solutions, but then they're afraid of cost. Can an AI therapist save money? I mean, it can probably increase conversions as well, but I'm imagining the AI therapists
Yeah.
don't get sick. They don't,
Right.
what's the cost like on an AI therapist these days? Or
So
not
we're not
AI,
promoting AI therapists.
scheduler. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. We're
Not,
against that, Ken. We're not for that. Yeah.
not yet. We're not there.
Yeah, the AI
AI scheduling.
receptionist.
Yeah,
Right.
reception.
Is that exactly AI receptionist? And I kind of think of that term encompassing answering the phone as well as chatting with people on the website. So kind of like
Mm,
frontline, sort of where the initial inquiries come in.
okay.
So yeah, huge savings on time and efficiency for your team. So it takes off their plate a whole lot of things, including that initial response, even automated follow-ups, and then future follow-ups too. And then it's really a lot. It's very affordable. And in my perspective, we're not trying to replace our human team. In fact, we don't want to do that. We're trying to empower them, make their jobs easier and better. So it really does. We don't have. I have a lot of statistics on like industry averages in terms of response time, and it just like shoots through the
Mm.
roof, the conversion rates. So it's going to give your potential clients a better experience. It's going to give you more conversions, more clients, more revenue. It's honestly, it's a huge win.
Yeah. So tell me about public receptiveness to this, right? Like I would imagine in Silicon Valley, they prefer it almost, but ma and pa rural Oklahoma,
Right.
is this working everywhere? Are we generally seeing good adoption on this?
Yeah, it's a good question. And some people have tried our solution and then turned it off because they said our clients don't like it. They don't prefer it.
Mm,
I'll just be honest. And in some places, that is probably the case in some demographics.
mm,
My hypothesis that is proving to be true is that nobody wants to talk to AI, really, unless you're looking for a companion or something
mm.
else. Nobody wants to talk to AI. But if it solves their problem or gets them closer to the solution and it works,
Yeah.
They don't mind at all.
Yeah.
So it's and to be honest with you, it's how you configure it, how you test it, how you customize it.
Mm.
And that's a lot of what we do for the folks that we work with. We're not just giving them sort of out of the box AI tools. This is trained on their practice. This is trained on all their FAQs. It knows everything about what they do and how they do it,
Mhm.
and has capabilities to hand them off to a human person. And it works really well.
And
But not
does that
everybody
mean
loves
it
it.
evolves with the practice too? I mean, as practice policies, offerings, all that stuff, the AI receptionist actually can evolve with the
Yeah,
practice.
absolutely. And one of the cool things we have set up is that it crawls your website. So it reads your entire website every
Mhm.
week. So if you change anything on there, it's up to date without having to do anything. So
Well,
it's
that's super
automated.
cool.
Yeah, I like that feature.
I've wondered, and I don't. I mean, this is a answer could go any direction. Are there populations that actually prefer it? In other words, would a neurodivergent population prefer this
Hmm.
versus having to navigate, a receptionist who's having a bad
Yeah.
day kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks don't want to call a practice. They don't want to call anywhere. Anywhere. So the cool thing about the software solution that we have is that the agents can be deployed, if you will, to answer the phone, to chat directly on the website, kind of the traditional chat widget, but much better,
Mm,
but also through text message. So
mm,
if a practice has a population that prefers to text, a lot of folks do, the AI can actually respond in a regular SMS text message thread.
wow.
And then one of the cool things too is that you can tell I get nerdy about this, but that the human intake coordinator can take over for the AI. So, like, if I'm an
Mm,
intake coordinator and I pop in and I see that someone's chatting with our AI agent, I can specifically over the chatbot or the text message, I can pop in and take over as the human, and then
mm.
pop out and turn the AI back on. So
Wow, that's
it's got a lot of
wild.
flexibility. Yeah.
That's crazy. Um, that's mind blowing. Okay, cool. So, what would you say is the first step for somebody who wants to consider something like this? I think there's a lot of that kind of analysis paralysis of this sounds amazing, but
Right.
does that mean I'm firing people? Does that mean how much is it going to like? Where does somebody even start in evaluating, am I ready for an
Right.
AI receptionist?
Yeah, I think just really considering the idea and understanding the impact and the use case. So kind of just wrapping your mind around that. And my talk will help with that, of course. And then I think going out and doing some demos, listening to some calls, maybe trying out different ones. And that's kind of how I came to it too. I started doing more and more demos and I was like, whoa, this is really good. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized the specific use case for like scheduling consult calls on the calendar of the intake coordinator, et cetera. So I would just go out and do some demos. We have some
Yeah.
demos, and there's lots of every day it's popping up like a telephony system, a voice over IP system has an AI receptionist, and like there's a ton of them. But what we need is a HIPAA compliant option
Mhm.
that's going to be customized and tailored to our profession.
That's a huge one.
Yeah,
Well, it seems like the next wave. I'm excited that to see a therapist, a group practice owner who gets this. It would also seem like to me a great evaluation of am I ready for this is probably the number of calls that a practice is making back where somebody says, no, sorry, I already found somebody else. Like that to me would be, I mean, doesn't take long to cover the cost of something like what you're doing.
it really doesn't.
And you're
Yeah,
keeping your clinicians full, which keeps angst down and all that stuff. Well, I'm super excited to hear from you. You're one of the innovators that I follow in
thanks,
the
Ken.
industry. So I'm excited to see what you do with this and what you do next. So
Absolutely
we will
appreciate it.
see you in a couple weeks at POW conference. Real quickly, if anybody wants to get more Uriah and they're not at the POW conference or whatever, how do they find you? How do they reach out? How do they get a consult with you?
Yeah, there's plenty of Uriah out there. You can go to productivetherapist.com. And then also our solution is called Simple Intake, and that's
Okay.
over at simpleintake.ai.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Uriah. We'll see you in a
All right,
couple weeks.
sounds good.